So today's algebra, wait, it's not solving inequality, sorry. It's graphing linear equations. Here we go, graphing linear equations.
Okay, so to review linear equations. So the first three are examples of linear equations: y equals 3x plus 2, y equals 4x plus 1, and y equals x plus 7. And some that are not linear equations is y equals x squared, because that would not be a linear equation since there aren't any exponents. And then root 66 equals y. Okay, so now this is a review of what the y-intercept is. So you see the yellow line, that is called the y-axis on both of them. Now, the black line on both of them, that is not one of the axes, is our line. And where that line meets or intersects the y-axis is called the y-intercept. So if you look at the red arrows, they're pointing to the black dot, which is the y-intercept.
So now we're going to try and find the slope of a line. So the slope of a line can be measured by the number of squares on the grid it goes up or down divided by the number of squares that it goes right or left. So we can think of this as rise over run. So here we have this line and it goes up by vertically by 5 squares, and then it goes right by 3. Okay, so we have to do 5 divided by 3 and we get 1 2/3 or 1.6667. So the slope of this line is 1 2/3.
So looking at equations, the basic equation of a line is y equals mx plus b. The m is the slope and b is the intercept. So in the two examples, we have y equals 2x plus 3. 2 is the slope and 3 is the y-intercept. And in y equals 5x plus 8, 5 is the slope and 8 is the y-intercept. And then also, just to review the rise over run trick again for finding slope. So you have this line, the rise is how many it goes up. So here that is 5, but since the line is going down, it's -5. And then the run is how much it goes left and right, which is 6. So the slope would be -5/6.
Now that we have reviewed both slope and y-intercept, now we are able to write the equation with the y equals mx plus b formula. So to find slope, again, we use rise over run. So in this case, your rise is 2, and then your run is 1. So that means your slope is 2. And the y-intercept was 0, -1. So that means when you plug it into the equation, your m will be 2, and your b will be -1. So you get the equation y equals 2x minus 1. And here's another example. So in this example, our rise over run is -4/5. You notice how the slope is going down. So that means your slope has to be negative. And you're going down by 4 and then moving over to the right by 5. So that means your slope will be -4/5. Then your y-intercept is 0/4 or 0,4 because we have given it to you. And your equation will be y equals -4/5 times x plus 4. Make sure that you remember that you're multiplying this entire slope by x.
Looking at a graphic from an equation, we are given the equation, right? Y equals 2x plus 5. So here we must identify the parts of the important parts of this equation. We have two important parts, which are the slope and the y-intercept. So let's look at the y-intercept first. So we first find it, it's highlighted in red. We know that the y-intercept is 5. So on the graph, we look at this, We go up, we see the 5, but where the red dot is, that's the y-intercept. And then we use the slope to plot 4 points across, or which is the whole line. So y equals 2x plus 5, so the slope is 2. So you see the yellow slope triangles, the graph. You see that for each run, it's 1, it goes up by 2. So we connect all the dots, like we have like all these triangles represent points on a line. So we connect them with the line. So there's another way to graph from an equation. So we can actually first use the x-intercept rather than the y-intercept. So we're still given the same equation, but we know that the y-intercept is when x equals 0, but the y-intercept is when x equals 0, and the x-intercept is when y equals 0. So we see we set y equals 0 here. So 0 equals 2x plus 5. We do some algebra, subtract 5 on both sides, so we get negative 5 equals 2x. And then we divide both sides by 2, so we get the x-intercept as negative 2.5 and the 0, which is right here. You see that this is a point on the same line. And then for the y-intercept, we already know from the previous problem, but that's when x equals 0. So you see y equals 2 times 0, which is 0, plus 5, which is 5. So it's 0 and 5, which is right here. So we can graph the 2 points, the x-intercept and the y-intercept, and then we can just use a ruler or a straight edge and connect the 2 of them. Okay, so that's the slideshow for today. So we also have problems. So I'm going to stop recording